Hello, my name is Ron, and today we're going to be talking about the DeviceNet software suite that can be used with any of our DeviceNet PC-based interface cards. So USB, PCI, PCI Express, PC104, and under Windows environment. So initially we're going to start with the console. So it's a software tool that is used somewhat in place of RS Networks for DeviceNet. It's a tool that will allow you to browse the network. So you can do that through this point right here. Browse your network. It searches for devices. Once it's found them, you can then insert them into your configuration. Once they're in your configuration, what you can then do is, provided you have the EDS file for that device already in the library, then you can change parameters associated with that device. So two ways of bringing it in: you can drag and drop it, or you can insert it. So these are the online parameters. So if we say OK to that, we can then come back in. We can say online parameters, change values in here. So enable quick connect, for instance, and then we can say write to device. In this case too, we could do a read from device. So that's currently what's in the device there. And then once again over here, you can change the value and write it to the device. And so that's a nice, quick, and easy way to configure your device once again. Once you have it in your configuration, and you save this configuration, then that is what's then used in configuring the OPC server to tell it what its scan list is, and to know what also input and output sizes, stuff like that, about the devices within the scan list. So the the other tool within this suite is one of the free utilities, but it's linked into this tool, and that's the Diagnostic Tool. So you can save your modifications, come in here, and then you can go and open Current Console Network Configuration. So once it does that, then you can go online or online explicit only. Explicit only would be if you're sending some explicit messages to a device where you can't have an active I/O connection. In this case, we're going to enable the active I/O connection and do the start scan. So now you see this device come active here. So this is a really good utility for troubleshooting your network, understanding whether you can see all the devices on the network, and if you can, what the I/O is doing with each of those. So if you select the device on the left-hand side here, you can then go and find out some information about the device. The connection that we currently have with it is a pulled connection, input size 2, output size 0. So we can go to the I/O tab here and then see that input data. So if that data were changing, we would see that here in this screen here. If you had output data, you would be able to select the output data here and modify it, and then hit enter, and that would send that out to the device. So you can test your device's both input and output data. Send explicit, similar to in the console, DeviceNet console. And you can send explicit messages if you know all the parameters associated with that explicit message. You can send whatever explicit message you want from here. And so this is really a good tool to, like, once again, troubleshoot your network and understand, are all the devices there that you want? Are they behaving like you want, before you go into an active scan mode where you would actually be programmatically controlling those devices.